Hi, this is Megan with Beadaholique, and today I'm going to show you the new artistic wire findings forms that we've got in. And I'm going to show you one as an example how to actually do it, but as you can see we have a really wide variety of different styles here, and we have some that are ear wires, some that are like a connector link or an earring chandelier finding. We have some clasps. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and I'm just gonna show you one as an example. They all come with pretty good instructions, so you should be able to adapt it to whichever style you get. I'm just gonna open this up. The one I'm gonna show you is the oval ear wire. It's a really nice versatile earring finding, and it's one of the more basic ones. So when you open this up, be careful you don't lose this little metal cylinder here. Just kind of loose in there. So the jigs are nice and small, compact. They don't have a lot of extra plastic on them, so it'll be easy to store them. And these are great if you want to make your own findings, and they will let you make them quickly, and they're also going to make it so that they're uniform. So your two earring hooks will always be the same size and shape, and that's really, really great, especially if you're selling jewelry. It can be really a big time saver. So here I have the instructions, and they're really clear and they have photos. So on the package, it does give you a recommended gauge range for your wire. So for this earring hook, it says 20 to 24 gauge. I would probably stick to 20 or 22 because they're soft, and if you use a 24, you're going to need to do a lot of hardening to get your wire to be nice and firm. I'm using 20 gauge. So just following along with what they've got on here. My end of my wire is kind of mangled. I'm just going to cut that off. And it says to use a 5-inch piece of wire. I always use a little bit more than I think I'm going to need. Now we're going to insert the end of our wire through the little hole. And there's only one hole in this one, so that's pretty easy. You're going to bend it down and hold on to it on the back. And now all you do is follow along the instructions. It's going to tell you what path to wrap your wire around, and you just do exactly in the order that it says. So for this particular one, you're going to wrap clockwise around the large pin, and then you're going to pivot around the smaller pin, and that's going to give you the bend at the bottom of your ear wire. And now wrap around the oval, and once you do your first bend, you can let go of the back around your oval. And when you're doing any kind of jig work, it's helpful to kind of wrap past where you need to get your wire to really hug the shape. Okay, then you're going to pivot back, and you're going to wrap around the little triangle, and that's going to give you the little kick back at the end of your earring hook. Okay, so once you have your piece wrapped around, you're going to take this little cylinder. They call it a pusher tool, and what it's for is to push the wire flat. So when you go around in a spiral and you wrap all the way around, you're going to be layering on top, and your wire will go up, and so you want to take the little tool and just push the wire down flat and make sure that it's nice and snug to the back. Okay, then when you're done, you're just going to unbend the little piece at the back and pop off your earring hook. And you can kind of tweak it a little bit, make sure the shape is how you like. Just going to clip at the loop. Okay, and then you're just going to clip off the end here. Now if you're doing a clasp or a connector link or something, as long as you've got your ends not sharp, you're good. But on an earring hook, you're always going to want to make sure that you prepare that earring hook to go into somebody's ear. So there's several different ways you can do it. You can use a cup burr. You can use a diamond file. That's what I have. You can just use a nail file if you don't have those things. And all you're going to do, if you have a cup burr, then you probably know how to use it. We do have a video on how to use it if you don't. Otherwise, just take your file, And you're just going to file diagonally across the edges of the tip of the wire. And be careful that you don't scratch the rest of it if you're using a color-coded wire, because it will scratch off the finish. Just right at the tip, and you can just kind of go all the way around the edges, and you're just trying to make sure that you get that nice and smooth. Go all the way around a few times. It shouldn't take very long. And once that feels nice and smooth and it doesn't scratch your finger at all, and you feel like it would be comfortable going in your earlobe, then you're done, and you can make your second earring hook. Now, one thing with the soft wire like this is it is, even with a 20 gauge, it's still pretty fluid and flexible. So there's a lot of ways you can work harden that. You can use a wire whacker. You can hammer it with a nylon hammer. You know, you can tumble it if you have a tumbler. There's a lot of different ways to harden that. You can also hammer just the back part with a regular chasing hammer. It'll flatten it out a little bit. The nylon options are going to keep the finish nice and shiny without scratching the color. But that's also up to you whether or not you feel like it's strong enough or that you need to harden it a little bit more.